Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for Titans Season 3, Episode 5, Lazarus. And before I get started, let me take care of some business and we'll get right to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. Basically, YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching, tries to match it as best as possible. One of the videos, my vast video library, pops up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button and the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'm be on live again next, hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule. I change it out every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media there, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and all the links to my pages. So this YouTube channel page, my Facebook page, and for those of you who have Facebook, a Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. All right. Let's get to it, shall we? Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you haven't seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. We still there? Yes? No? Maybe so? I'm by myself, aren't I? Just moving that back in there so I don't hit anything. So this episode is the first episode of the season that was dickless. No Dick Grayson in this one. So yeah, we had it was a dickless episode. And it was actually pretty fucking good, I have to admit. The whole thing of actually, concentrating on how Jason, what he's been doing and taking an entire episode to do it. At first, I was like, I don't know, you guys going to go through an entire episode of just doing this? And then as they went into it, it became more and more, and basically just became really good. They did a really good job of there's a little bit of some writing miscues within the episode, but the rest of it was actually fairly well done. I mean, we got a live action representation of the Lazarus pit. Leslie Tompkins. We got to see, Catwoman's little visor thing there, and the ventriloquist dummy in Batman's safe, if you will, in his trophy case. And yeah, it wasn't bad. And I'm still of the mind right now that Scarecrow is working with Joker. But yeah. Oh my God, Marks, you did make it. Nice. I'm still of the mind that Joker is actually and Scarecrow are working together in this. And that Scarecrow, of course, orchestrated the whole thing to get Robin, Jason Todd involved. And now, of course, that he knows everything about Batman. Sorry, I have something in my eye there. Something. There's more to this plan than meets the eye, shall we say? Having Jason engineer an anti-fear toxin from the notes that he gave Jason. I mean, yeah, that was just a mistake waiting to happen right there. And Jason coming back and saying that, oh, you didn't quite have the right formula is what. And of course, Scarecrow is not going to give him the fear toxin formula to reverse engineer. And also, I mean, Jason having to work that hard in order to reverse engineer a chemical in order to get an anti-fear toxin, that was kind of a leap, but sure, why not? We can get that way. I want to know who Molly Jensen is. So Molly Jensen, of course, being someone from Jason's street life, and we get to meet her as well. And I don't know. I haven't seen her as any character in the DC universe. I was actually looking up to see who she was, and I'm not seeing anything at all. But I mean, you see also a very broken version of Bruce Wayne, who is much more broken than I guess you could say previous incarnations. And then also Leslie Tompkins was not really in a position, I don't think, to be a good therapist either. She's pretty broken herself and trying to, I don't know, counsel these people, these broken heroes. It, yeah, it just was not a good situation. You knew this was all going to end badly. That's what was going to happen here. So, but yeah, it was a good build up. We got to see everything in between, and then of course, you know, we're gonna find out what happens. It's this whole thing about vengeance. You know, the whole thing with Scarecrow saying, "I want I want a Robin to break me out. I want to get out on a Robin's wings the same way Batman brought me into Arkham on his wings." So it's a whole vengeance thing that Scarecrow's got going on, most likely Joker as well. Yeah. I agree with you, Mercenary. There are so many broken people in this series. The one thing I thought was interesting though is we were seeing Jason's nightmares, and one of the nightmare starts for him where Donna Troy comes in and shoots him. And I thought that was kind of interesting that Donna, who is dead, shoots him and then tells him to stay, you know. And I don't know if she means stay dead or stay in life. We don't know exactly what he was thinking there at that point. But I don't know if it was her death that scarred him or, you know, the whole thing with Deathstroke, you know, falling, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. You know, I guess we'll find out as we go along. But a pretty good episode all the way around. Better than last week's. Last week's episode was just, oof, that was a rough episode. But this time around, I mean, not a lot of special effects going on. Um, yeah, I don't know. Mercenary. I tried figuring that out. I was talking about that earlier. That I don't know who she is. So we'll find out together. She's in 5 episodes, from what I understand. So we'll find out together who she is. But yeah, if we're you know, again, this is where Titans kind of sucks. So they call themselves Titans, right? The title, but you never have the entire team together. They're always apart for some reason or in disarray or whatever, and they're trying to bring themselves back together again. Season 1 was like that, season 2 definitely, and now season 3 again. Everyone's on their own. They're scattered everywhere because, you know, Hank died, so everyone's on their own. And I wish they would just kind of shit and get off the pot, you know, kind of thing, and just actually have the fucking team get together and have them work together as a team. And again, this is all Akiva Goldsman. It's and Jeff Johns a bit as well that are doing this. It's tiring, honestly. So that's the part I don't like about this. This season's actually better than most, but again, it's still following some of the same tropes that the first 2 seasons actually followed. And it's tiring. It really is. They need to do something to get out of this rut. We really don't need to see more brooding bullshit. We get enough of that with the Arrowverse. Yeah. Maybe Dawn comes back when Donna does. Possibly Mercenary. We don't know. We know Raven's going to come back when Donna does. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case. You know, maybe Dawn comes back a little after that. Who knows? And maybe Gar can actually change into something other than a fucking tiger. You know, maybe he can actually do something else there. And maybe Dick will actually lead for a change instead of this whole wishy-washy shit. He and again, he learned from Bruce, this version of Bruce anyway, and who isn't a great leader in this one, which is kind of surprising because Batman, that's what Batman does, is he takes charge of things. He is a leader. He has plans, contingencies for everything. And yeah, I've always said at work, you know, my motto is WWBD. What would Batman do? Because Batman has a fucking plan for everything. Philip says this episode dialogue was all over the place. There are moments that were well thought out and blew me away. Some scenes where no 2 human beings would converse that way. Yeah, so that's what I was saying too. The writing is off in areas at times, and this is one of the he's not the executive producer, he's a co-producer of the show who wrote this episode. And again, it was better than last episode. Last episode was just fucking horribly bad. But this episode was heads and tails better than episode 4. So yeah, not a good thing. But anyway, yeah, I'm hoping that they pull themselves out of whatever fucking muck. I said this last season too, and I think I said it during season 1 as well, that I hope they're able to pull themselves out of whatever muck it is and actually have something good. Maybe I'm just a glutton for punishment in this and just keep coming back for more, of the same shit. And it's just being served different ways. Here, do you want a shit sandwich? Do you want a shit casserole? Or would you like a shit, tartare? So who knows? Philip says, felt like it had multiple writers, one doing Sherlock Holmes and one phoning it in. Nope, it was only one writer. At least it's attributed to one writer. But then again, they do a writer's room, as most shows do now. And he was the one that got the credit for it. So we'll see. There's only one person who got a credit for it. Again, I keep hoping that it's going to get better, but I'm pretty much sure it's false hope on that end. So, with that said, what else do I have going on this week? Well, tomorrow I'm going to be off. Well-deserved off time. Saturday is going to be Saturday morning blast off, or take the genre news of the weekend. Any genre stuff you guys want to talk about when we talk about it. Sunday is going to be spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, where you guys can spoil away anything you guys want to, as long as it's out into the public. No special secret screenings of shit. Monday I'll be off. Tuesday will be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And this time around it's going to be Reminiscence, unless something else better comes along. But I'll be doing Reminiscence on Tuesday. Wednesday will be What If, and Thursday rolls back around again to Titans. Yeah. Philip said, that being said, I still liked it. Don't know why. Yeah, exactly. Same thing with me. I liked it, but I couldn't. If I break it down, it pisses me off. So exactly, Philip. I know exactly how you feel about it, because I feel the same way. All right. I'm going to let you guys go for the night. Thank you to everybody joining me tonight in the chat. And thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. Basically, YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible. One of the videos, my vast video library, and pops it up there for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button and the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule up there. I change it out every week. Also, all the links to my social media and my pages are up there as well. Yes, Marks, everyone should wash their ass, especially Dick, because you don't know where Dick's been. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to let you guys go. So, until tomorrow, that's right, check that schedule. So until tomorrow, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may wind up in a dickless episode, which is a lot better than a dick-filled episode, because for some reason, a dick-filled episode just doesn't seem right for some reason. I don't know what it is. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay safe, be well, take care, wear those masks, get those vaccine shots, and stay safe out there. Thanks, everybody. Have a good rest of your night.